Well, hey everybody, how are you? Welcome in. Welcome to the Scorpio full moon reading. I'm going to pull a couple cards for each zodiac sign about what this full moon means for you. In Patreon, I will be doing that also for Twin Flame. I will pull, Thursday night we do a live. I will do the Scorpio full moon energy reading for Twin Flame for the collective. You can catch that live in Patreon. That is specific to soulmate relationships, twin flame relationships, twins in separation. This is for each zodiac sign. Messages for you in the Scorpio full moon. So what do we know about the Scorpio full moon? The word is intense. Okay? Intense. Sleeping more, sleeping less. Having some, all of a sudden having some weird things sort of popping out, bubbling to the surface, right? That aren't normally there, or things that want to show up, right? Things that want to come out into the light. So you could unwittingly out a friend. You could also on purpose out a friend, because that's the scorpionic energy, which is going really deep, okay? Go really deep. So things come to light, tensions could bubble to the surface. But what the cool part about this Scorpio full moon is that things are coming into consciousness, right? So when you see the moon card in the readings, we always talk about fear, we talk about the unknown, sort of like in the nighttime, out in the backyard, things look way different than they do in the daytime. But here's the thing. It's all good. Things need to come to the surface, right? Things, if you jam them down, that's why there is fear around an issue or a relationship or money or whatever it is, whatever topic it is or whatever part of your life it is. If you jam it down, that's, you know, be out of fear. It kind of festers, it shows up, it comes to the surface in very inopportune moments. So you know what that's like. It's like, well, I have an extra couple of $100 this month, or I have some time on my hands. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do something. I'm going to show my shadow self. I'm going to buy that red dress that I would never wear. And it's my shadow self, so I'm kind of energized in that moment. I'm very open to being in that red dress, wearing that red dress, super sexy, super awesome. But then what happens is, if you're not open to that energy, you'll never wear that red dress, number one. And number two, you may need that money for something else very soon. You know how that happens sometimes, like when you do a little splurge and then a couple of weeks later, you're like, oh God, I got a parking ticket, or I have something that needs to be attended to, and that money is gone. So that's kind of the Scorpio things coming to the surface. It's all good, right? That red dress symbolizes something about yourself that you're not willing to face, or that you're not willing to embrace. So things are coming into consciousness. We're clearing out the fear. So if your optimism about the future, we talk a lot about what's happening in 2020, all of the retrogrades that are going on, right? Pluto went retrograde April 24th, and Pluto is the death card. Scorpio is the death card, right? Scorpio connected to Pluto. Transformation. And you would be forgiven if your optimism was a little low. But now what's going to be happening is any optimism or any kind of opening up to the future is going to be infused with intensity, and it's going to be infused with a little healthy dose of skepticism. And so that's really cool, because it needs to happen right now. This combined with the Gemini moving in, or the North Node moving into Gemini and Sagittarius, South Node. If you don't know what those things are, I do run a class for North Node. Right now you can do a self-paced version of that. We do have a live class We're going to be doing more of that to get really clear on your own North Node birth placement. This is what's happening for the collective, right? This is the planets continue to move. So North Node is always in retrograde. The nodes are always in retrograde. They always move counterclockwise. And so it's moved from the 4th house of Cancer into the 3rd house of Gemini, which is about communication and asking a lot of questions. So with this full moon in Scorpio, that optimism with a healthy dose of skepticism, and now the desire in Gemini North Node to ask questions, to embrace information. That's what's going to be, you might be suspicious of someone, and you might follow that down with a bunch of questions. All right, that's what is likely to happen. Emotions are very deep and intense right now, and you can find yourself being sort of not sneaky, but like the magician, the sleight of hand, right? The magician's sleight of hand. You could find yourself being, holding back your emotions, hiding your emotions, but they're there, you're feeling them. And they could, if you do that, if you hide things, it could come bubbling to the surface at some point that's very inopportune. So you may want to manage that energy. In Scorpio energy, Scorpio full moon, you are much more likely to cut ties with people. All right. So all of this energy, the Pluto retrograde, that's about shadow work, things coming to light. Scorpio full moon, things coming to light. So let's look at what may come to light for each zodiac sign. All right. I'm going to pull one of these Gaia cards for you. I have my little book here. Messages for you, what may come to light. So I'll do this, and then I'll do a couple of tarot cards. So Aries, what may come to light for you. Thinking of you, loving thoughts, serendipity. 29, that's an 11 card. This is a soulmate thinking of you. We are moving into Venus retrograde later in May. I'll be doing a reading for that for everybody. Someone is thinking of you right now. Someone is possibly thinking of reaching out right now. Aries, what's that about? That's for you. 10 of Wands. You might have your head buried in a lot of burdens right now. This other person. Page of Wands. Oh, bringing a fresh new energy. Look at you. You might be very downtrodden right now or feeling overwhelmed. Page of Wands, a younger fire sign possibly. Someone with a lot of optimism, Sagittarian, coming towards you really fast. Coming towards you really fast. What do you need to know? 2 of Swords, 3 of Wands, Lovers. Okay, so this is each of you. You guys might have turned your back on each other. You might have blocked this person on your Facebook or in social media. Aries, this person is likely to show up very soon. This is very fast energy indeed. So I'm seeing either a younger fire sign or Gemini. Okay, a younger fire sign or a Gemini is making a decision to stop this madness, right? To stop blocking, to instead look to the future, likely to reach out with a message of, hey, why are you blocking me? Hey, why are you blocking me? One of these. Aries, one of these, please. Healing family issues. So this is definitely about codependency. Whatever your family issues are, whatever burden you've been carrying is tracked back to your upbringing. So if you are an overworker, an overachiever, an A student who needs a star, who needs a gold star every time they do something, this could be a behavior that is very wearing on you now. Whatever is wearing, whatever is burdensome, whatever is over too much, right? 10 is one more than 9, and 9 is endings. So if you've been pushing the envelope here, not pushing the envelope, pushing the This is like burning the midnight oil. This is about taking it on all on yourself. Aries, you do that because you're a leader. You're in charge of things. You may not see this person show up, or when they show up, it may be very subtle. Page of Wands is a message, almost like a message in a bottle. So it's coming through online, coming through your phone, passionately, why are you blocking me? That's what's coming back around to you, or that's what's happening to you in this scorpionic full moon. Okay, Aries. Let's move on to Taurus. What's going on for Taurus? I'm going to change up the decks every time I do this. Taurus, what's going on for you? Taurus, what's going on for you? Yes, this is Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Yes, I heard you. All right, loss. Taurus, you may have to leave someone behind. Again, remember I said about scorpionic full moon, very likely to cut ties. Grief, sadness, resurrection. That is the story right now that you are dealing with. It may come to a head right now that it's just not working. This is just not working. I can't be dealing with this anymore. And you just have to, like, I guess, cut your losses. You just have to be like, you know what? I put a lot of time and effort either into this job or this work or this person, and it's just not working for me. All right, this is for you. Strength. Overcoming. You've been working with your inner emotions a lot. Very strong, very good. 3 of Cups. This other person could be a friend. Okay, could be a friend that you are like, you know, sad to see them go. 10 of Pentacles. Friend or family member. Friend or family member, okay? Six of Swords. Moving on from this, 9 of Swords, Justice. I feel like you're going to take a fairly cold view of this. So Scorpio is really about deep feelings. I'm not seeing deep feelings here. I feel like you have managed them. I feel like you have never really felt deeply for this person because you don't like feeling too deeply about things. It's not when it comes to this person, okay? You don't really want to invest yourself. You focus on yourself. You focus on your own needs. This person may be, in your mind, a little flighty or a little bit, I don't know, just like mirth-filled, or, you know, it just irritates you. You just want to, you know, and, you know, when I say mirth-filled, I feel like a little sprite, like someone who's very, it's sort of like they never feel, you never see them feel upset or bad or whatever, and you might have in the past jabbed them a little bit. But it's like you're done with that. You know those people that come across your path, Taurus, and you're just like, oh, they're just so sunny and optimistic. I just want to put a hot poker, you know, into their eye or something like that. It makes you really angry to be dealing with this person. All right. And it could be that they fall in a pile of crap and they come up smelling like roses, right? That's that kind of person. You're like, oh God, that person. So I feel like you have been worried about this for some time. You're moving away from this person energetically. And then I feel like you are going to cut ties very coldly. Okay. It's not something you're going to feel a lot of emotion around, or that you don't want to feel a lot of emotion around this. You just don't want it. Okay. Just don't want it. Attraction. You attract romantic love, and by enjoying this moment fully. This is about being in the moment. Very, don't get too high, don't get too low, but also let's not look too far forward. You need to embrace this energy. Embrace this energy. Embrace the feeling of loss, so that it won't pop up again later. So you won't have to deal with this later. That's why it's you're kind of cold to this person. But there are some feelings that you may have or you may experience after you move on from this, no matter how cleanly the cut. All right, you may experience some anxiety about this, or some, you know, just like, well, it's an ending. So let yourself feel about it. Let yourself, you may have known this person for a long time, or they may have been instrumental in some part of your life. Okay? All right, so let's move on to Gemini. What's going on for you in this Scorpio full moon? Very intense energy. Gemini, what's going on for you in this very intense energy? All right, let's see here for you. Liberation, breaking free from a negative attachment. Again, another cutting ties. I do feel like this has been coming for some time. It seemed like a relationship that was destined for something, but it's become like the Eight of Swords, right? Like you feel trapped by it in some way, financially, spiritually, emotionally. You feel like you can't be yourself. You feel like this is just not that kind of relationship. It looked good in the beginning, and now it looks now it feels like, ugh, I just feel trapped. I want to escape from this. I just feel trapped in this. I don't know what to do next. And it can be that you're just not even speaking to this person, or that it's just ground to a halt or something like that. Let's see. For you, okay. 10 of Cups. The feeling of liberation is a beautiful one. This person, Hanged Man. Person is having ambivalent feelings. I feel like you might have been like, hey, we could be together. This is great. And this other person is not doing anything about it. Okay? They're not moving it forward. They're not responding. They're not calling. You know, there's something like that. Whoopsie. There's something like that going on. So what is going on with this connection? Three of Wands. It's time to turn your back on this and manifest something new. I feel like it's your expectations. Three of Wands is expectations. The expectations you had of this relationship were very high. Okay? The other person is Gemini, there you are. Seven of Pentacles, Hermit. Okay, so the other person is, they just let go of this connection. They're not really pushing it, or they're not putting any energy into it. They've just let go. Okay, and that feels like, wow, I've decided, I put so much effort into this. But I need to put effort into my own journey right now. I need to be focused on my own mission, focused on what I'm doing. It's important for me now to do that. And you're doing it on a solo path. Okay, that's important. This other person has just not really lived up to your expectations in terms of being engaged in the relationship. You cannot push a rope. You cannot give your relationship a chance. Boy, did you ever. Seven of Pentacles. You put a lot of time and effort into this, and that has been your how you've approached this every single time. That has been what you look at in this relationship. I feel like this relationship may have some legs in the future. This might be just a break. Take a break from this so that you can work on your own stuff. It's just not the time right now. There may be a time in the future where you do want to work on this with this person. But right now, the attachment has become negative. So just let go of it. Okay, Gemini. Cancerians. What's going on for you, Cancerians? Cancer as a water sign, have some affinity for this. It feels more comfortable for you than it might the air signs or the fire signs. Let's see what's going on for you. Okay. Reflection. This is the Moon card, right? This is the Moon card. Illusion, self-examination, distortion. So taking a look at your own... I feel like you're not seeing yourself very clearly right now. I feel like you might be... Let me use this one. I feel like you might be in some kind of transition, some kind of transformation right now, and it's not clear. Like, you can't see outside of it for yourself. You're not having a good perspective yet on how important this time period is. It feels like nothing's happening, but it's sort of like the seed in the ground. Like, you go out there and you see, you know, plant a garden, right? Let's say you're planting a garden and you've done everything you can. You've given the seeds beautiful earth, beautiful sunlight, beautiful rain. You've given them nutrients, all kinds of things, and nothing's happening, right? I don't see a sprout. I don't see a sprout. You go out there every day. I don't see a sprout. I don't see a sprout. One day you see a sprout, but it's not today. And so it's causing you to pause and reflect. Like, you're going from, did I do something wrong? Did I not give it enough, you know, is this earth wrong? Is there not enough sun? Well, we've had too much rain, right? Going through this whole, you know, cycle of emotions every single time you don't see the sprout. And it's like, you gotta, you're reflecting on things. The best way to handle that is just to stay in the moment as much as you can. Looking for the sprout is about living in the future. That's not what you need to do right now. Distortion, right? Queen of Pentacles. Nurture yourself. Take care of yourself. Work on your money. Very mothering energy here, Cancerians. You could be dealing with a Aries, Leo, Sag, someone who's causing you to go inward. Very much so. What's the deal? Oh, yeah. Okay. This person may have knocked the pins out from underneath you. There has been some manipulation in this relationship. Five of Swords. Okay. It's likely that because you're reflecting on things, because you're trying to get a handle on this, you can't quite put your finger on it with this person. What is it? What have I done? And you may not outwardly express that, but okay. No talkie, High Priestess. Yes, it's very inward. Okay. So there is somebody here. I feel like there's another person on your path healing from this situation that you just went through. Very kind of a bloody battle with a sun, Leo, Aries, Sag. I want to say air sign too. I want to say an air sign too. That there's no air here except for this Five of Swords. But this person is, they may be a sun sign of an Aries, Leo, Sag, but they have a lot of air in their chart. And it's really your moon and earth here. It's very opposite energy for you. Very hard to deal with. So I feel like a lot of this is about coming inside, reflecting to yourself, healing yourself, and feeling a little bit nostalgic for the good old days when relationships were easy. When was that? When exactly was that? I'd like to know. You may, remember the optimism thing about having a lot of optimism about maybe misplaced optimism. So you might be seeing this person in a light that they don't deserve, negatively and positively. You might, go from super negative, oh, they're a narcissist, they're awful, and all this, all the way back to, oh, they're so sweet to me sometimes, right? You go back and forth with those two things. Reconciliation, yes. This is coming back together. This person's coming back to you. There needs to be some healing in the meantime, though. This bipolar polarity thing is, it's almost like how you're expressing yourself is this person, the reaction to it is drama, is maybe manipulation, right? They're having a hard time getting a handle on you. And so they are the ones also in this moon place of like, I just don't know how you feel. And so they're trying to protect themselves because they're thinking you're doing something. And if you're not doing something, you're just being yourself. What needs to happen is better communication about this. How you deal with this relationship is, a lot of it is very much under the current, right? There's not a lot of above board communication. North Node in Gemini comes to the rescue and says, hey, you can ask a lot of questions now. You can be like, I really got hurt when you said that to me before. And the other person's like, oh my God, I was just trying to protect myself. You seemed like you were so angry about it. You're like, no, I wasn't really angry. I was quiet because I didn't know how to respond, right? Like, have that conversation. This person's coming back around to you, in case you're wondering. Okay? Like I said, it could be a fire sign, have some air. That could just be how they're experiencing your relationship. So it's time for some deep communication. Okay, Leo, let's move over to Leo. What's going on with you for the Scorpionic full moon? What's going on with you? Let's see. Okay. Winter's End, regeneration, rebirth, positive outcome. All right. So you might have been in this kind of dark place for a while. And the cool part about this Scorpio full moon is things come to light, right? The full moon is very bright. So you're now being able to see things that you didn't see before, but they look differently. It's not the same as you remember. This person, well, there is a person that you might be looking at differently. Rebirth. That's the Scorpio energy. Positive outcome, regeneration, regrowth. Very much using the energies of Pluto retrograde and the Scorpionic moon to your advantage. Very much so. Leo, been in a hermit mode for a while? I think so. Looking at your values, your beliefs, reevaluating, reassessing. It's very different. Oh, wow, moon. Yes, this other person has been doing the same thing. Could be a Virgo, could be a Pisces. This is very introspective energy for a Leo. A Leo, that's not your normal. That's not your normal. This is better. All right. Coming together, making a decision to come back together. Okay, Leo, or this is a new person that's coming, that is following the same path. They're on the same path as you. 8 of Wands. Lots of communication is going to be happening. Moving forward together. Fast. So when you come out of this, you guys, both of you and another person, like I said, Virgo, Pisces, not Aquarius. Well, I said it, so maybe. Gemini. Because this is Aquarius too. So this person could be younger. I feel like you're going to make a decision to move forward together very quickly. When this person comes on your path, you may, there's a rebirth, a reconnection, and I feel like that is like oh, now I know what to do. Now I understand why I've been having all this time to myself. Now I understand all of this internal searching and, soul searching and what's going on for me. Religious factors. There's some kind of belief systems. The spiritual, okay, this is influenced by a spiritual path. There's no question about it. 2 very spiritual cards, all right? And when you come back together, both of you will have gained some spirituality that maybe wasn't there before. You both have been walking a spiritual path, and now you see the purpose for this relationship. Now you see what you guys are supposed to be doing together. It's about mission. You get a sense of, oh, this didn't work out the last time, but now both of us have done walked this spiritual path, and now it makes sense to me. Now this relationship makes sense. Okay, so when it moves forward, it's going to move forward very fast. All right, that's what's coming. All right, Leo. Wow, that's what's coming for Leo. Get ready. That looks like some serious stuff after a very quiet period. Okay. All right, let's see what's going on for Virgos. Virgos, what's happening for you guys in this scorpionic full moon? Things coming to light. Have you had your head down a lot, doing a lot of work, or just focusing on your family, focusing on what you need to get done? Just like, hey, I'm just going to have my head down. You know, that kind of feeling. Apprehension, moving out into the world, doubt and fear. It's been, hunkering down and closing yourself off has been likely a very positive experience for you. It's something that you embraced. And now that it feels like things are moving forward in some way, you're having this apprehension and doubt and fear because it's not quite time yet for that to be happening, right? It's like pushing. I'll go back to the garden. You plant some carrots and you do see the tops of the carrots. But if every day you go out and you pull up the carrot to see how big the carrot is, carrots can have a hard time growing. So you got to kind of let things germinate, let things do the work, right? They garden by the moon phases, the Old Farmer's Almanac, right? You align yourself with that, Virgo, because it's a very much a wax on, wax off kind of experience. It's a detail kind of experience. Moving out into the world right now, you're like, I don't know about this. Okay, so one for you. Yep, Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords, death energy. Let's see, what's this about? You still have more time inside. When you do, this is what's waiting. I feel like you need to go with your feelings, right? Virgo, you can be very, well, this is what's supposed to happen. And that is because of old paradigms, old belief systems. Those are all being upended right now. There is no roadmap right now. And that can make you very uncomfortable. What I'm seeing here is there needs to be more time spent internally, more time spent in your room, more time spent, because the transformation, the transition is you're not done gestating yet. Okay? You're not done. Wow. Look at what's ahead. All right. So this is what's going on right now. You could also be dealing with, let's see, Scorpio, Sag, Leo. Could be dealing with one of those. And this is in your future. Okay? This is in your future. But it's going to be brought together by Archangel Michael. This is likely a very strong soulmate coming into your life. This cycle is coming to an end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This cycle is coming to an end when it's time to come to an end. This is a lesson about there are no roadmaps. There is no, hey, if I answer these 10 questions correctly, I get an A and I get a star on it. This is about being the A student. I know what I'm supposed to do in order to get this grade. I do this, I get this grade, right? There's none of that. There's no like, oh, this is the process and this is what we do to get to this. There is no process. And that's very challenging for Virgo. So hopefully you have some Scorpio, you have some other in your chart that allows you to more go with the flow. You have doubt or fear that it will ever happen, that this will ever happen, but it will. 10 of Cups, Sun. All you need to do is release and let go to the energies. Go with the flow a little bit better. Okay, that's what needs to happen here. Like I said, Sag, Scorpio, Leo. Sag, Scorpio, Leo. Passion, most definitely. This is on tap to be quite amazing. So just you're learning to have some patience. You need to learn to have some patience. And you do, because Virgo's very specific about things, but it's like, I can have patience if I know how long I'm going to be here. How long am I going to be in this phase? And then I can be patient all you want. But there's Rose. But then that's not really happening. There's no end date. There's no someone telling me, oh, it's going to end on June 21st. Right? There's no end date. So it could end tomorrow. It could end in December. You just have to be patient with this, okay? Yeah, Virgo, that's a challenge. That's a challenge. Okay. All right, let's move into Libra here. What's going on for Libra in this full moon energy? This is fun. I hope you like these readings. I hope you like them. Okay, so let's see. Libra. Libra's always seeking balance, always trying to get balanced. Things throw a Libra off balance. It's one of your lessons in life to become balanced. But it's not like a done deal. You can't just check that box and be like, okay, I'm balanced for the rest of my life. No, it doesn't work like that. Okay. Intuitive communication, silent whispers of the heart. This is a good time in the Scorpionic full moon to do some deeper meditation for yourself. Focus on heart chakra. That's how you get balanced. To focus on your heart chakra. What is your heart saying to you? Even if your brain is like, well, that's not what I'm supposed to be doing, or that's not what I think, right? Libra is air energy. Focusing on your heart chakra is really the way forward. And that is going to, in Scorpio full moon energy, the whispers of the heart, you're going to see that there are some things, or feel that you didn't know you wanted to do, or you didn't know existed within you. Going to learn some things about yourself. That's very cool. 10 of Cups. So being in that sunshiny energy, being in that, that's a very good manifesting tool. You're in that happiness and joy. This other person may not be talking to you at all, but you're like, I just know that this is the right thing. I just know it. High Priestess, 3 of Cups. Celebration. There could be a coming together by Memorial Day, some kind of communication by then. If you're intuitively communicating to them via spiritual means, right? You're in a dream state, you're astral traveling, you're connecting with them. That's the way to communicate. That's the way to communicate with this person. Yep, 4 of Wands, Knight of Swords, Queen of Cups. So this will move, whatever this relationship is. I see, it could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, a younger air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or Pisces moon, okay? This person is just channeling that energy. Cancerian energy, I'm getting. Cancerian energy, something about that. This is going to be moving quite quickly. Lots of cups here, and then the 4 of Wands. Okay, moving into relationship very quickly, but it has to right now come from heart chakra. It has to, you have to communicate via your heart chakra with this person. Do you know how to do that? Yeah, flirt. Meditation, connecting into their energy. This is something that if you don't know how to do this, this is something to learn. It is about sitting in this energy and imagining this person in front of you, hearing what they have to say to you, saying what you need to say back. Just keep doing that. This is not a time for activity, okay? The full moon is a time for purging, so this can be a time to see the things that may have gotten in the way of your relationships in the past. It's almost like, hey, I'm ready. This person's not ready yet. They're still doing work on themselves, okay? They're still doing work on themselves. All right, let's move over to Scorpio. What's going on with Scorpio? What's happening with Scorpio? I'm going to put this away. Ta-da. Okay. I know, I see it. Okay. Full moon in Scorpio, May 7th. We feel it today, we feel it tomorrow, feel it for a couple days. All right, so the very intensity of this energy bringing things to the surface, whatever that means for you. So Scorpio, for you, my darling, intuitive communication. Okay, Scorpio, you are also channeling from your heart chakra. You are also needing to be, I feel like you need to be listening to yourself, listening to what your heart is saying to you, Scorpio. You're pretty good at going deep here in terms of feelings with other people, but this is about a relationship with yourself. Okay, this is about a relationship with yourself. Indeed. King of Cups, loving yourself more. Because the King of Cups is not good at communicating feelings. All right? This is something to work on. Something to take, take time doing. Pentacles are tangible things. In this sense, it's also about time that's very valuable to you, right? Four of Coins, you've been kind of stingy with this. You could also be stingy with other people in terms of your effort of what you're offering to them, or what's Nine of Coins. A little bit trying to, okay, let me just say this. Nine of Coins, Ace of Cups, 10 of Coins. Wow, okay. So there likely is the relationship that you are wanting to work on, wanting to put effort and action and time into. You've been holding back. Your heart is saying to you, this is the person you want to move toward. Or when this person comes across your path, you will intuitively know it. You may have been a little bit too standoffish. This person is single. This person is single. And Ace of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. In the future, this is going to be something that can go the distance. This person is right for you. Ace of Cups, if you've been holding back, part of it is working on your own relationship with yourself, learning what you truly want. You may be discovering that you do want a relationship with this person coming across your path, the next person on your path. They could be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Okay, could be an earth sign. This person, you could know them from your work. It's time to invest, right? We'll use the words of money. It's time to invest more in yourself and more in this connection. This has a possibility to go the distance. Let your friends help you. If this person is a friend, or this person is somebody who you have a friend in common with, right? You know how Facebook does that thing, like friends you have in common. You may need the assistance of a friend to offer, to get a read on this person. Should I be reaching out to them? Should I be doing that? In this Scorpionic full moon, these feelings that you have for this person come to light. You may have been holding back. Yes. I feel like they're not paying that much attention to you, which is why it's very upsetting. They're just focusing on their work, focusing on doing what they're doing. And you may need an intermediary. Sagittarius, what's going on for you? Let's see here. This is the Gaia deck. For those of you asking, wondering what deck this is, Gaia deck. It's really beautiful, isn't it? I love it. All right, so let's see what's happening for you. Saggies. Okay, 3 in a row. Intuitive communication. Okay, about listening to your heart more. Listening to your heart more. Having some expectations about yourself. There could have been a heart chakra opening with this person that is coming through here. This person, like, don't forget about me. Don't forget about me. It's pretty loud. I'm feeling that pretty loud. Don't forget about me. You guys may have communicated via spiritual means. Silent whispers of the heart. I feel like you've been trying to run away from this a little bit, Sag. Heart chakra awakening with this person for sure. All right. Emperor. There's some kind of control issue if you've been running away, trying to maintain control. World. This person's going through a big transition. Okay? They've gone through something that has been very difficult for them. Might only be, right, 7 of Wands. I feel like there hasn't been much communication. You guys might be resisting talking. I know you could be very stubborn about this, Sag. It's like the heart chakra awakening happened, and then this person went into their cave, or they went into dealing with their transition. 3 of Cups, 10 of Wands, Page of Swords. I feel like this person is going to reach out, likely by Memorial Day, so sometime this month. They're going to talk about the burdens they have been dealing with. It's going to be more of a friendship kind of a conversation. Okay, Page of Swords. This person could be an Aries. All right, this person could be an Aries. 6 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, King of Wands. Yeah, person is likely a Aries, Leo, Sag. They've been working on their own money. They've been working on their own life. This is another fire sign with some earth. Okay, and now they're being more generous. This could have been a situation of a third party in the past that was a burden for this relationship. I feel like you might be resistant to this person, not really interested in them coming back to you. Could be very stubborn about this, but I feel like there will be a conversation, a communication. It's also intuitive communication. You might be even resisting that. But here's my suggestion to you. Go into your heart chakra and try to communicate again. That's the message. Reconciliation. Okay? A fire sign with some earth. So Aries, Leo, Sag, another fire sign with Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. Someone is going to be returning. You know, Venus, what is it? Venus going into retrograde. When did I say that? Venus going into retrograde. Let's see. May 13th. In Gemini. So there's going to be communication. Gemini is about communication with the person. I'm going to do a whole reading or a series of readings. The air, fire, earth, water is going to all be about Venus in retrograde. So who's coming back around to you? Sag, I feel like there's this fire sign with earth. And I said by Memorial, I didn't say, but by Memorial Day, that's likely May 13th, between May 13th and Memorial Day. Okay, reconciliation, Sag. All right, let's see what's going on. That's just so incredible to get this card 3 times in a row. Okay, so let's see. Capricorn. Your energy is really loud in these retrogrades. There's Capricorn energy all over. Saturn in Capricorn going into retrograde May 11th. Jupiter in Capricorn, May 14th. So that's about timing. It's also about revisiting how you're doing things with respect to relationship. Reflection. Very moon-like here. That's a death card. Illusion, self-examination, distortion. I feel like you're really embracing this energy. Really embracing this energy of looking at things differently. Reflection, resisting, reconnection, reassessing, right? So going into oneself, Capricorn is very, very you. You don't know the full answer. You're not coming out of that cave, right? So this is a time of doing that. Magician. I feel like you are not really showing your hand to anyone. Okay, you're not really showing. Judgment. Getting some real downloads for you coming in this reflective time. Overcoming some past issues. Overcoming, you could have had some problems in relationships with somebody who has been like an emotional sleight of hand. They haven't really shared their emotions with you very much. I feel like you're getting to understand why in this reflective time, or in this reflection time period. 9 of Wands, World, that's coming to an end. Devil energy. There you are, Capricorn, liking it. 4 of Pentacles, holding back, Page of Pentacles. So the relationship is not the purpose of this. It is the purpose of this time period is to bring to the surface your own needs, your own desires, letting go, purging of this baggage from the past, keeping what works for you. Keeping what works for you, and being alone may work for you right now, right? What's valuable to you? That's what you're going to be looking at. What makes sense for you? What's valuable to you? Not going to be doing that anymore where you get stuck with somebody who is appearing differently day 365 than they appear on day 1. You're looking for someone who is much like yourself. You want someone like yourself who may be introspective, manifesting their life. Okay, you want someone like yourself, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. This can be happening naturally with another person. This person could have been almost like a friends with benefits, or somebody that was one night stand. Okay, like that. It was about sex. And so that's not the relationship now. That was just like sort of like the hello. Okay. And now you're seeing what's valuable about this relationship is it helps you see yourself a lot more clearly. They're a mirror to you. This could be a twin energy that was there was a lot of focus on the sex part of the relationship because it was really intense. Okay, there was a lot of intensity there, and you could be saying to yourself, well, they're just so much like me. They're so much like me. But what does that really mean? What does that mean to you? You may think, oh, good, they're so much like me, but there's so much more to explore. They're not you. Okay, they might be a mirror reflection of you, but they are not you. That is a soul that has a purpose with you. Wow, Capricorn, you go deep, man. This scorpionic energy is intense for you. All right, Aquarius. Let's look at what's going on for Aquarius. Ganesha. Clearing away obstacles, protection, guidance. Oh my goodness. Getting a lot of downloads, are we? Getting a lot of awakening information coming through, ascension information coming through. Clearing away. For you, because Ganesha, let me just read this to you, okay? Because I think that's important. I haven't done this. Ganesha, clearing away obstacles, one of the most worshipped deities in the Hindu pantheon, has shown up in your reading today as an omen of good fortune. Whatever has thwarted your progress or prevented you from moving forward will soon be resolved. An obstacle is cleared and you are free to move on. Your plans are now able to come to fruition. Know that everything happens for a reason. The blockages you have faced were in fact a blessing in disguise, an act of divine intervention. Timing and circumstances were previously not favorable, and your efforts would only have ended up in disappointment and failure. The path is now clear and the timing is right. Your stars are in alignment. Very interesting for that to happen in a period of such retrogrades. Because as we know, when Mercury goes into retrograde, it's almost like don't start anything new. You might have a lot of retrogrades in your own birth chart. So I have Jupiter in retrograde in my birth chart. So when Jupiter goes into retrograde, it's more comfortable for me. It's also maybe an internal a reassessing, and the energy, it shows up like, oh, okay, I got it. That's where I'm supposed to be going. I got it. I finally got it. There is no such thing as an obstacle. What is it? An obstacle is an opportunity in work clothes, something like that. Queen of Swords. I can see clearly now. Aquarius. Woo! Full body chills on that one. Eight of Swords. This was the mindset. These are the mindsets you're seeing now. This is what's coming to light. All the things, all the ways of thinking that held me back. I'm really seeing it now. Gemini North Node. This is exactly right. That energy of Gemini North Node is about questioning the circumstances. 3 of Wands. I'm going to manifest differently. My mindsets are going to be very different moving forward. Those obstacles are just ideas. They're not real. You can move them. 3 of Swords, ideas about love, new beginning. 7 of Swords, about lying or cheating. 7 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is showing up a lot. I feel like you've learned from a painful experience that was confusing to you. Someone may have lied or on purpose misled you into confusion. And it was almost like that's what you believed love was. This energy of confusion, this energy of not, is this person love me? Do they not love me? I can't get a read on them. It's very unclear. When someone loves you, it's very clear. Okay, they're not on purpose trying to confuse you or anything like that. When someone loves you, they're like, yep, very obvious. And you may have been running yourself ragged trying to get a sense on these mixed messages from this person. And maybe they're just really hurt. Maybe they just don't really know their own strength. And maybe they're just whatever you've been telling yourself. No, okay? You need to take care of yourself. This new beginning is like, oh, I am valuable. I am valuable. This person is running me ragged, trying to figure them out all the time. It's not worth my time. So this person was seen as an obstacle because they were very confusing to you. But what you're actually gaining a sense of is clarity around, clarity around what a healthy relationship is. All right. And it's time to manifest the healthy relationship. Be in the energy of that which you want to manifest. Be in that energy. Not the confusion, not the, oh, maybe they're just so hurt. No. Keep an open mind. Of course you do. That's Queen of Swords. You could also have a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo coming in for a new beginning. Okay, so keep an open mind. You're just clearing out these old mindsets. It's good practice to check your work. So when this person shows up, and I feel like they're going to be very nurturing and kind, you might second guess yourself. It's like, how do you trust people? Well, you trust yourself to listen to your own intuition. When you feel like someone is lying to you or whatever, you're going to have to cycle through this experience of maybe fear because you're not trusting yourself as much as you should be. Your intuition is right on. And the lesson is learn the difference between fear and intuition. The voice of fear is shrill, is loud, is like, oh no, really? This person, maybe they're this, maybe they're that. Maybe they're a swizzle stick. Maybe they're married. Right? That's the voice of fear. The voice of intuition is a lot quieter. It's a lot more sure-footed. So you got to clear through that fear voice. And you know how you do that? Meditate. Meditate, meditate, meditate. Pay attention to your dreams. Journal. Whatever's going to break through the logical mind and the fear, whatever's going to break through that for you is what you should be doing. Okay? Pisces, achievement. Keep focused on your dream. Pisces got a lot of dreams. You guys are, let's see. You. I have not used, whoopsie, I have not used you. Come here, you. So Pisces, what is going on for you, my darling, in this scorpionic full moon energy? I'm feeling very like a rush of Kundalini energy right now. Ten of Pentacles. Stable, solid, achievement. You could be coming into a windfall soon. Money coming, or abundance of in every way. Queen of Wands. Passionate, fiery, entrepreneurial experience here. This could be another person, Aries, Leo, Sag. Six of Wands. No, this is just you winning at the game of money. That other person does keep, okay, Two of Cups, yeah. That other person does keep showing up for me. Interesting. Okay, so I feel like you might have a couple things. There is a person, right? They keep coming and going in my consciousness as I'm looking at this. You may have an Aries, Leo, Sag that really did go off sideways. It was not a good fit. Okay. In healing that, you are coming back to yourself, and maybe you have focused all of your energy and intensity on achievement, on abundance of every kind. This person, because you're in that high vibration, this person may come back around again. There may be a reconciliation at some point. I do believe it is short-lived. Okay, I do believe it is short-lived. And you're into healing yourself. Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. This is going to feel like that. For some of you, this could be healing the old hurt over this person. You could take a little trip together. I feel like this is going to be short-lived, though. A honeymoon is a trip. And then you got to come back to the world, right? It's like, it's a very dreamy kind of thing. So I feel like this person may have left your life, and so you focused on your work and you did some good work here. You achieved something that you've been wanting to do. You wrote a book, you've started a business, whatever it is, you're on the path to achievement. And this person shows up again, Aries, Leo, Sag, Aquarius. And there's a brief moment in time when this person comes back in, and it's loving and passionate and everything like that. And then either the same thing happens, or the scorpionic full moon is showing you why this didn't work. Okay. And you're able to heal the wounds from this person, right? So this short trip, this short connection, surfacing, this person resurfaces. It makes it easier to move on. It's like you might have romanticized this person. You might have romanticized this person and thought of them as like a lifetime partner. It's really not that. It's more like a fantasy. It's a fantasy. Okay. And I don't know that they're going to hurt you again, but I feel like it's going to bring to light all of the things that they did, or all of the reasons why this was not a good fit. Honeymoon. So this little trip is going to be useful for you as you move forward into your more successful life. That's a good thing. Healing these issues around relationship is the next thing that needs to happen. Okay, you guys, I hope that was good for you. If you like those kinds of readings, please let me know. Like I said, Patreon, we are doing a live on Thursday night. I'll do this again, specifically to the twin flame experience. Okay, my darlings.